Hey people, how you doing? This is Nakul from TechBoy and this is the new Xiaomi Redmi 2 and this is the honest review video of the Xiaomi Redmi 2. So is it any better than Redmi 1S? Let's find out. So as usual, I'm going to be telling the pros and cons about this phone, basically what a normal user would like and dislike in this phone. Plus I'll try to mention the points where this phone is better or bad than Redmi 1S. So obviously this video is going to be a bit lengthy, so please be patient with me guys. And before I start the review, I want to tell you that it seems like that Xiaomi people actually saw my earlier review on the Redmi 1S and improved the points I told in that phone that are not good in the Redmi 1S, and the things are much better in this phone, but obviously there are some bad things also. Anyways, let's start the review guys. So let's start with the good things about this phone, the things that I like. And the first thing that I like about this phone is how it looks, the lightness of the device and how compact it is than the Redmi 1S. I mean, it's definitely much lighter than Redmi 1S, much more compact than 1S. And look at this back panel, it's all white and it's matte finish. You don't get any fingerprints at all in normal day usage, and it looks stunning guys. So that's pretty cool. Plus the screen is also all black when you turn off and not grayish like it used to be in Redmi 1S. Personally, I don't like the phones in which when you turn off the screen looks grayish and it gives kind of cheap phone feeling. But in this phone, it's all black. As you can see, when you turn off the screen, it looks all black, so that's really cool. So let's move on to the second thing that I like about this phone, and that is the loudspeaker of this device right over here. It's really loud and clear guys, really loud and clear, definitely better than Redmi 1S. And I would say this is a huge improvement over the Redmi 1S because it's almost as loud as OnePlus One. I would say slightly a bit lower than OnePlus One, but it's really loud and really clear. So I really like the loudspeaker of this device. Plus, as talking about the loudspeaker, let me tell you the third thing that I like about this phone, which is also related to sound, and that is the sound quality in the headphones. Because the sound quality in headphones is also really amazing guys. I mean, I remember that I said in Redmi 1S the volume is not as loud as it should be, but in this phone the volume is really loud in the headphones, plus the clarity is also really great. You get awesome bass, awesome treble, plus you have equalizer, you can equalize the audio according to your needs, so that's really great. I mean, huge improvement over Redmi 1S in the matter of sound and the music. Now let's move on to the fourth thing that I like about this phone, which is the vibration. I remember in Redmi 1S vibration was almost half of what you get in other phones. The vibration wasn't so strong and you couldn't feel the vibration at all when your phone was in your pocket. But in this phone the story is different. The vibration is really strong, just like any other device. You can feel it well if it's in your pocket, or even when the phone is laying on your bed, you can hear the vibration actually when the phone vibrates, and you can feel it as well. So that's pretty great, and that's the fourth thing that I like about this phone. And now let's move on to the fifth thing that I like about this phone, which is the battery of this device. And it's really amazing guys, trust me on this. The battery backup I got was around 32 to 34 hours with normal to less usage, with my Wi-Fi and 3G on all the time during the day, and I turned it off only at night. So it's really amazing backup from a battery of only 2200 mAh. So my idea is that normally you're gonna get around 20 to 24 hours easily with normal usage, with a bit of calling and a little bit of gaming also. So this is pretty amazing for a phone with a battery of this size. I mean, 34 hours guys, imagine. So pretty great. So those were the main things to like in this phone, particularly in Redmi 2. Plus there are many other features that you get in all Xiaomi phones that I'll try to show you right now very quickly. So the first thing is the guest mode right over here. When you click it, all your call logs and messages will be hidden, so that you can give your phone to someone else, or while you are giving your phone to someone else, you can hit this button and everything will be hidden so that no other person can see it. Plus you have option of performance and normal mode. While you are playing a game or doing a benchmark test, you can choose the performance mode, as you can see, and the phone will perform at its maximum level, so that's pretty cool. Plus you have option of disable. Clicking this will disable the capacitive keys, and you can turn it on by pressing the middle button and power button, I guess. Let me check. And it says navigation are disabled. To enable it, the home button and power button started. Yes, that's it. So now these buttons are disabled, as you can see. So to turn it on, you have to press home and power, and here we go. So those are some features in this phone, plus there are like many other in settings. If I just go in settings, you have notifications. You can manage notification for each and every app according to your need, as you can see. If we go in the like Facebook, you can see show notification in chat, show on lock screen, and in drop down menu. So you can manage the notification for each and every app. Plus you have toggle position for all the tiles over here, and then you have show notification icon, means the mail and everything you get. Do you want to show the icon right over here or not? Then you have show connection speed. When your Wi-Fi 3G is on and the data transfer is going on, it will show the speed of how much kbps you are downloading or uploading the data. Then you have show service provider, show screenshot notification, collapse after touch, show on lock screen, stuff like that. Then you have do not disturb option. Turning this on will silent all your notification including messages and calls, but you can set the exceptions also right over here, as you can see. And let's move on. Then you have light mode, which is also pretty cool for elderly or old age people. Turning on this mode will make everything very simplified and large in phone, so that elderly and old age people can see and read better in the phone. And if you go in additional setting, we have display. Over here you have option to set colors and saturation. Here we go. You can clearly see the difference. So that's pretty cool. You have prevent pocket dials, wallpaper, auto rotate and stuff like that. And then we have font, battery. Over here you can choose the battery percentage style, how you wanna see the battery over here, like graphical. Then you have percentage right over here. After that you have the top bar, which is right over here, as you can see. I like it to be on percentage. And then you have notification light, which is located right over here below the home button. In here you can customize the color of notification light, like default color is blue. You can choose any of these and which color you want for the calls or messages. And after that we have the headphones and audio effects, so you can customize all this. Right now I don't have any headphones plugged in, so it will only turn on when the headphones are plugged in. So that's pretty cool. And then you have buttons. You can customize what these buttons do, as you can see, recent, home, back, what they should do when you long press them, as you can see. So you can customize that also. So that's pretty much it. Plus you also have option of themes. You can download many themes and customize your phone. So that's it for the pros about this phone, the good things. Now before I move on to the cons part, the bad things, let's talk about the camera, because obviously there are some good things and the bad things in the camera. So I like to give it in the middle of pros and cons. So let's go in the camera. So right now I'm not gonna show the camera interface, guys, because that would take hell lot of time. And if you guys wanna see the camera interface, then click right over here. This is the unboxing video of this phone in which I showed the whole interface of the camera. So you can click right over here and see the camera interface if you want. So let's directly talk about the video quality, which is great outdoors, but indoors it's kind of a dark. Plus I also wanna show you something. If we start recording, then as you can see we don't have any option to pause the video or toggle the flash while we are recording the video. Means you cannot turn on the flash on or off when you're recording the video. However, you can do that before you start recording. So that's pretty average, I would say, because indoors, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, it's a well lighted room and the video recording is a bit dark indoors. So that's one thing that I don't like about this phone. And now let's talk about the picture quality, guys, which is good, but it's not that good. The pics taken outdoors are overly exposed. I mean, they're like too bright, and the camera sometimes doesn't focus really well even while the object is right in front of it and you tap on the screen to focus. I'll give you an example which you can see now. So as you just saw the pic, the mugs were right in front of the camera and the flash was also on. Still the camera couldn't focus. And there is another example like you can see now. So as you just saw another pic, first of all the whole pic is overly exposed, too bright, plus the focus is also not right. The flowers are not so clear as they should be. So the camera is pretty average, and this is one thing which is not better than Redmi 1S, I would say. The camera was better in Redmi 1S as per my personal opinion, guys. Though the pics taken indoors are good enough with flash or without flash, they are good enough. There are like no snow or hashiness in the pics, so that's good. But the colors seems to be not so natural as they used to be in Redmi 1S. So the camera is definitely not better than Redmi 1S, guys. Anyways, let's move on now. So now let's move on to the cons part, guys, the bad things about this phone. And I could only find 3 bad things in this phone. That's it, only 3. And the first thing is that there is no backlight in the capacitive keys, as you can see. Just like the Redmi 1S, this phone also doesn't have any backlight in the capacitive keys. But I guess that's okay, it's only a 7,000 rupees phone. And almost all phones at this price don't come with backlight in the capacitive key, just like the Lenovo A6000. But still, it's a bad thing. Moving on to the second thing that I don't like about this phone is that it doesn't have option to move apps to SD card, but Lenovo A6000 does have that option. So that's definitely a bad thing in this phone. And the third thing that I don't like about this phone is the RAM management. Out of 1 GB you get around 150 to 250 MB of free RAM only. I'll just show you. As you can see right now, it's 192 MB of free RAM only out of 1 GB. So the multitasking is not very good in this phone because of the RAM management. So that's the third thing that I don't like about this phone. And that's it. That's only the 3 things, the 3 bad things I could find in this phone. Rest everything is just great or average in this phone. So that's pretty much it. Plus there are some general things I want to talk about, like the charging time. This phone have quick charge 1, but the charging time is around 2 hours to 2.5 hours depending on how low you are on the battery. And the call quality of the device is also very decent. I would give 8 out of 10 in the call quality, so that's pretty decent. Plus I want to tell you that the device does gets a bit warm while using heavily or playing games, but in normal day usage it's all cool. It doesn't get warm or heated up at all. It's only while you're talking on the phone for long or playing games or using it heavily, but generally it's all cool, no problem about that. Plus the user interface of the device, it's also really smooth. However, it does lags here and there, but overall the performance of the device, it's really cool. And lastly, I want to tell you that this phone does support USB on the go, so that's pretty cool. 7K phone and supporting USB on the go, really nice. So that's all for right now, guys. This was the honest review video of the new Xiaomi Redmi 2. If you like my videos, make sure you give them a thumbs up and share with your friends. Plus, if you have any question, comment, suggestion, put them in the comments down below, and I will try my level best to help you out, guys. Plus, you can also like me on my Facebook page to know my current and upcoming activities. You can even ask me questions over there. The link of that page will be in the description below, so go and like me over there as well. So thank you for watching, guys, and do the wise thing. Subscribe to this channel. Come on.